The B&B market continues to grow rapidly, which means an increasing number of people are entertaining the idea of getting into the sector. Venturing into B&B does not require much expertise, but those trying to compete in the market are often thinking on a small scale. A survey by Home In Group indicates that around 80% of those in the B&B industry are not making a profit, which means that only 20% are making an income. Xue Li is the owner of Cottage at Dusk, a B&B company based in Hangzhou that has become a hit. But what are her secrets to success?
Good B&B properly showcases local humanity and culture. If you live here, you get a sense of the feeling and philosophy the property owner would like you to have. My intention of building B&B is so that people who visit Hangzhou would get a sense of what it's like living by the West Lake through what we did with the property. Take My Cottage on one hand is remodeled from old buildings and highly representative of local architecture, and on the other, the upper and lower courtyards are facing the lake and guests get a panorama of Westlake from there. The location is ideal, and this is a great appeal to guests. Then we offer meticulous and thoughtful services to our guests, which I believe is another factor that draws people here.
Maid or butler service is another thing that distinguishes B&B from hotels.
Before our guests arrive, we send people to the rooms to do a final check and light the incense. So when the guests enter the room, they feel good. Summer here in Hangzhou is very hot, so our butlers would greet our guests down the hills when they arrive and offer them mung bean broth to counteract the effects of high temperature. I ask all my butlers to observe and anticipate guests' needs. Many of our guests come to our courtyard to admire the view, so we offer them snacks as and when they need them. These are our characteristic people-oriented services, what makes us different from hotels, and we hope to offer our guests more care and friendly services.
A convenient way to grow the brand and influence private lodges is to operate them as a chain. This can help leverage branding and personalized properties at varying locations. This can help build trust among guests towards a B&B entity. Liva Hotel is a brand that has taken this idea to the extreme.
What makes you, or why do you stay at an establishment? The creator of Stay Culture is Zhao Xiaojun, the Chinese chief architect of the National Aquatic Center. Many people today recognize his way of life, where people rid of their miscellaneous thoughts generated in the bustling urban life and enjoy a few drinks and chat with friends. And our place is designed to Japanese style, so we cater to those customers who dig this kind of premium lifestyle. And here at Liva, we have timber artwork workshops, so when guests come, they can see your different culture, the book bar, the stay room, and we really enable you to let your hair down and truly unwind here.
Many ambitious individuals have entered the B&B industry. Unfortunately, most have little or no experience in hotel management, and thus a new opportunity has evolved.
We are a B&B management firm, and we position as a management service provider for non-standard accommodation, and we offer housekeeping and custodian services to the owners of such accommodation and help them become a better property owner. We take a more market-oriented approach to managing property owners. The owners list their property on our platform, and we, after reviewing and validating their properties, help the owners manage them. A main part of what we do is to make your property more upscale. So in this business model, Internet links up all offline services and facilitates centralized management of all these decentralized properties. Data can be submitted online, and tasks can be initiated online. Our housekeepers can do their cleaning work while online. For property owners, they get to better reproduce their own business model. And it's okay if you're new to the industry, as we offer courses and training on B&B and help you choose location. And we would tell you what makes a certain property the ideal option. We help you enter this industry with minimal credentials and get to know the industry.
The B&B industry is growing quickly, but benefits in the sector come in varying shapes and sizes. An industry insider indicates that although companies are stressing personalization, industry standards need to be established. and the criteria should be based on the best overseas practices to foster healthy growth in the industry.
The whole sharing economy remains in its early days in China. In terms of legislation on private accommodation, Japan hopes to set a 180-day boundary. This helps industry players to do what they do and have legal backing. An administration of B&B in China has only just started, and we need to learn more from other countries to steer the industry. And we need more government involvement in the market. I think the government should steer the industry onto a positive track, starting with defining B&B and then enacting policies to regulate the sector, and fire protection, public security measures, and so forth. We are currently connecting our network with public security in Shanghai, and it has gone up to the Ministry of Public Security. Data on the guests who stayed with us is transmitted to the accommodation registration system of the ministry on a daily basis in real-time mode, using face recognition technology. But we also need to address fire protection hazards as B&B operators. I think new policies could greatly help foster growth in this industry. The more property owners get on board, the bigger the market is for us management firms. So this would benefit the entire market to help it grow in a regulated way. So we would very much like to use our platform as a medium to pass on the voices of industry players to the government.
I think a key part of B&B development is how well the industry is regulated, and I think legal operation is the most important benchmark on this topic. Given the peculiarities of the hospitality industry, B&B included, Hangzhou has a fairly stringent regulations in place, which we all adhere to, because it is the basics for sustaining healthy operations of a hotel for the longer term.
B&B prospered against the Internet Plus backdrop. So what kind of an impact can these properties bring to the hotel industry?
I don't think that would be the case in China for now, as we still have many options and hotel rooms are not exactly fully occupied. B&B is more of another option. For us personally, hotels remain our first choice. B&B is something I would like to experience, but it doesn't mean that I have to stay at private accommodation. So I don't think B&B would have a direct impact on hotels at this time.
I personally see the B&B industry as a rather good complement to hotels. As I said earlier, hotels operate by a standardized system, whereas B&B allows people to experience and feel their travel destinations on a much deeper level, where they get to gain deeper understanding into local culture and customs, which are something hotels cannot bring to their guests. So this is where we B&B operators come in.
For Internet Plus private accommodation, travelers place more importance on the cultural significance and experience associated with staying at a private residence, which could be a problem for future accommodations.
I have read through many files, and this year will be big for the B&B industry and the capital market. And I think the future will only get brighter as more and more people are looking to do a better job operating B&Bs and would come to us to learn. And we certainly would learn from others. So everyone in this industry is doing the best they can to carry this industry forward. So I think the B&B industry will only get more and more recognition in the capital market.
I'm optimistic about B&B as an industry because some of the properties have local characteristics, which is good. If they could improve hygiene and the amenities, I think the outlook is good.
I think the future for B&B is a rosy one. Like if I'm traveling abroad, I would book on Airbnb as I love to experience local culture and customs. And also, how do you put it? I think it gives more of a home feeling, like you go about your daily life, only in a different city.